Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. I am NORSYAFIQA Binti Suhaimi, together with JESSY and James LOGIJIN and AMEERAH Binti AHMAD. We are from POLITEKNIK SANDAKAN SABAH, Mathematics, Science and Computer Department. We are going to present a paper entitled The Effective Use of Video in Teaching and Learning Process of Biological Science course towards students' performance in Polytechnic Sandakan Sabah. As nowadays, technology has impacted most of the education trends in teaching methods. According to Siemens, the development of technology has gone through 3 distinct generations. Nowadays, the new emerging generation, which is the 4th one, it includes distributed and digitally shaped technologies where adaptive learning, distributed infrastructures, and competency models. These generations has advantages in digital networks like the internet, where they can watch a set of video from a set of time because the video can be watched at any time and any place. Siemens refer this to as thinning of classroom because it enables learners to use a range of technologies and interactions with learners and content around the world. Due to this, it has led to opportunities outside the classroom with the emergence of massive open online courses known as MOOCs, and is leading to a transformation in the educational landscape, which means we can learn outside from the classroom as long as we enroll in MOOCs. In addition, since 2020's era of COVID-19 disease, most of the classroom has shifted from face-to-face mode into online classroom, where online video was used as major contents of the syllabus. The research problem of the study: what are the effects of using video on students' performance in teaching and learning process of biological science in semester 1 students, session 1, 2022/2023. The research question arises, which is there any significant difference between students' pre and post-test scores obtained in the research set question? Now, the objective of the research study is to determine the effects of using videos developed by own researchers in teaching and learning process of biological science towards students' performance in semester 1 students in Polytechnic Sandakan Sabah. The method includes the research design, research participants, instruments for data collection and data analysis, and finally the procedure. Research design was used in this study are the pre and post-test design, whereas the research participants involved in this study was total of 77 randomly selected students from semester 1 students. Instruments were pre-test and post-test. The score difference between the pre-test and post-test was analyzed using the students' t-test for PET samples. The difference were considered significant at p less than 0.05. Now, the procedure. Procedure includes the pre-test, treatment, and post-test. In the first week, there are some genetic terminologies and crossing of monohybrid and dihybrid. These are from the genetic topic were given to the students. At this phase, there were no exposure nor knowledge about the topic. After the pretest was done, next, the treatment was implemented. The treatment include by giving the students YouTube link videos related to the topic. Now, the videos were made and developed specifically to cater the syllabus in the students' syllabus. It was developed by the researchers. Next, after they were given 1 week, the second week, same pretest question, which is now known as post-test, were given, and the marks or scores obtained in the post-test and in the pretest were analyzed. These are the interface in the treatment of YouTube videos in one of the researcher, which is me, myself, NORSYAFIQA SUHAIMI channel. There are 4 different sets of videos under the topic genetic. The results in this study, according to the preliminary survey among the participants, there were about 31% of female, while 69% of male. In addition, there were 10% of the students who have taken biology before enrolling at Polytechnic Sandakan Sabah, while majority of them have not taken biology subject, which are 90% of them. This difference in education background is important and may affect the scores or marks during, especially in the pretest. After the analyzing was done, according to the pretest and post-test marks, which is shown in the figure, we can see that the pattern of the post-test marks is increasing regardless of the gender and education background of the participants. There were a total of 77 of them, and all of the post-test, which is indicated by the blue line, is higher than in the pretest, which is indicated by the yellow line. In addition, the marks range obtained in post-test is increased compared to in the pretest. As for example, the frequency of students getting marks range 0 to 5. Initially, in the pretest, there were about 35 of them, and after the treatment, which was the video, the total of them getting 0 to 5 marks, only 3%. Only 3 of them. However, for 16 to 20 marks obtained in the pretest marks, initially there was only 1 student, and after the treatment, in the post-test, there were 20 students getting the mark range between 16 to 20. After analyzing the mean and also the standard deviation in the data, we can see that in the pretest, the mean scores obtained was 6.35, while the mean for post-test is 12. The standard deviation for both pretest and post-test are 2.80 and 4.30 respectively. And then students' t-test was performed. And according to the result obtained, the students' t-test was significant at p less than 0.05. Hence, there is significant difference in pretest and post-test scores. Moving on to discussions. There are many advantages, pros of video usage in learning. It can be accessed through any time and any place. Moreover, the video can be paused, review, slow down, skip, and skim through the content, to interact with and watch the content many times. However, video benefits should not replace means in teaching totally, as it may distract us from the basic dialogue of learning. The video benefits should be balanced by passive video viewing, where no constructive engagement or active learning is implemented. That means the students still need to communicate with their partners or their lecturers. According to Bates, although technology can be used in a variety of ways, how the technology is applied is more important because it can be applied in many different ways in education. The effectiveness of a video is influenced by many factors. One of them is the video length. Because if the video is too long, then it might cause the students to be bored. That's why Colvin, Clark, and Mayer stated that we must create most effective balance of content based on audio and visual channels. In addition, according to Kaumi, the video must be designed properly so that it can prove the effectiveness of a video. That's why in higher education, the video must be designed pedagogically approach for cognitive engagement and constructive reflection. There are also some limitations and some future suggestions. For limitations, there are some lecturers who might have lacked knowledge, support, guidance, and training in order to implement videos and integrating videos either at practical, technical level or at didactic and teaching level. In addition, some of them also feel not convinced of potential benefits and may be afraid of this new technology, or they see no need to adapt to the technology because some of them might feel overwhelming, challenging, and unsettling to traditional teaching methods. And if some lecturers are going to implement video in their teaching, they need some adjustment, especially when displaying video in the class and when stepping from the dynamic face-to-face teaching into a screen persona. In conclusion, according to the results and finding in this research study, there is significant difference between pre and post tests of the participants. The difference was significant at p less than 0.05. In addition, integrating videos on internet has much advantages and benefits as it can lessen the time and interaction during face-to-face because some syllabus might need to be catched up. So this gives the video usage in teaching and learning process advantages and flexibility to the lecturer. Researchers would like to thank Polytechnic Sandakan Sabah and all the personnel involved in developing the videos for biological science course that support this research study. And these are the references that were used, and that's all from me. Thank you.